Hello! Welcome, losers, lickers, and sex workers alike. Welcome to the Deadly Sins podcast. You're either here because you're a pervert or you sell to perverts. Either way, let's be friends. As you guys can tell, this is a unique podcast because I am missing my better half, my lovely Miss Marina is not with me right now, and that's because we are once again practicing social distancing. Marina had her AislynnCast last week. I actually came down with a pretty intense case of, it was a bacterial infection of my eye that slowly traveled down to my throat and gave me strep. So I am on antibiotics. Those in the video can also see that my eye is back to normal. It's no longer swollen like a massive balloon. But because I was so ill, I am in quarantine technically for the next 2 weeks. And sorry guys. So Marina and I haven't quite figured out how to do the whole Skype get together, record a podcast thing yet. That's just mainly because we've been so busy, but that is on the docket at some point. So so hopefully next week we will be able to do a podcast together, even though we won't be in the same room. With that said, COVID-19 is still going on, so sincerely hope that you guys are all staying safe. You all are still practicing social distancing. You all are keeping yourselves busy, or if you're like Marina, giving yourself a break, because that's important. Man, it's weird doing a podcast by yourself. I don't know how Dalma Rosa does it. She does the Panty Selling podcast, and she does this all by herself. It's very weird to not have Marina here with me. I feel like something's missing. Well, something is missing. Marina's missing. Anyway, if any of you listeners are in the healthcare system or you're deemed essential work, I just want to give you guys a huge round of applause and say thank you. Thank you so much for what you are doing, for showing up, for keeping us safe, for providing essential goods while this crisis is happening. I am very fortunate that me going into quarantine hasn't affected my income or anything. I know like a lot of people are really stressed out because work. So if that is you, please know that you're in my thoughts, and I'm hoping that this entire situation actually ends really, really, really soon. I know Canada has a pretty good handle on it compared to some other countries, so we're very fortunate. If you're not in Canada, I'm really sorry, and just keep practicing social distancing. If we all stick to that, if we all stay home, if we all avoid each other as much as possible, this pandemic we should see a flattening of the curve. So just a little brief touch on COVID there. So let's dive in. I don't actually have really anything planned super to talk about. I mean, I have something planned, but mostly I'm going to tell you guys what I have been doing since getting sick, and some things that have come up that I kind of want to address personally, because this is the AislynnCast. Marina mentioned or talked about in her podcast something that was really important to her. So I'll tell you guys kind of what I'm doing this week. So this week, I decided, actually this happened about 2 weeks ago, but I decided to make a vanilla OnlyFans. So usually my OnlyFans is just femdom content, but I decided to make another one and put because I've had 4 years of work in the sex work industry, so I have all of these fucking videos. They're actually fucking videos. And I was like, well, they're just sitting here collecting dust. I might as well put them to use. So I decided to open one up and see how that went. And it's actually been a raging success. So I've been really, really happy about that. I've been getting a lot of subscribers. I've been feeling that hustle that we talk about. So it's been good, and it's all content that I've already had pre-made. So it's kind of like passive income for me. I just have it set up on like a timer so that it goes off each day, and then I just participate in Telegram groups. And like, I'm not going to go into like how I run my business and stuff, because we save those tidbits for the Patreon, which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed to our Patreon, our lowest tier is only $5, and it gives you tips and tutorials on how to better your business. I'm going to plug this in the middle of the podcast because it's coming up and I'm disorganized and not like Marina whatsoever. But yeah, our Patreon dropped last Friday. So we have like lots of fun videos. There's going to be like a mukbang video, which, if you don't know what that is, it's literally just watching me and Marina talk while we eat. Oh, it's amazing. That's going to be dropped either this week or next week. We've got a bunch of fun like makeup videos where Marina does my face makeup and I look into the camera a lot because I'm just obsessed with how good my face looks. There's also the video version of the podcast, which is pretty awesome. So you'll get to see our faces while we talk. Yeah, so the lowest tier is $5. It goes all the way up to $50. $50 is more targeted towards the buyers, but yeah, it's filled with a lot of stuff. So subscribe, because it's awesome and we're awesome and we've got a lot of cool content that's coming in. Also, we blog and post photos and stuff, so we have a lot of fun with it. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh shit, see, this is the worst part. Anyway, oh yeah, so I've been doing the OnlyFans, and I'm not going to tell you how I run my business because we save all of those goodies for the Patreon. But it's been successful. It's been very successful, actually. And I've been feeling really good about it. And even my femdom account, like, I've been finding like people are actually subscribing to both sometimes, and then like really getting into like the femdom content. So it's like, I thought my femdom account was going to take kind of like a back seat, but instead it's kind of like blossoming with it, which is really nice to see. Yeah, and so I've been just like really happy about that. And yeah, it's been like, especially being sick for almost 2 weeks, and having that like eye infection, I was like really feeling down because I couldn't make content because, well, one, my living situation doesn't really allow me to make content when everybody's home, so that was like taking a big dip into things. And then my eyes swelled up, and I was like, well, nobody really wants to see me do anything when my eyes all swollen. But then a lot of like my other sex worker friends are like, why are you not doing pirate porn? I was like, get my fucking eye patch on and do that. Yeah, but no, I didn't, because one, I don't do nudity anymore, and two, I mean, I don't know. I just thought putting it, one, I don't have, two, I don't have access to an eye patch, so it was literally like gauze on my eye, and it wasn't that pretty to look at. It was like oozing and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I've been focusing on my OnlyFans. Twitter has kind of taken a back seat, mainly because I just haven't had the time, unfortunately, with like all my classes going online and then having to stay isolated and then getting sick. Just things have just been like super busy for me. So OnlyFans has been my number one main priority right now, because it is actually bringing in the most income, and it is a passive income right now. So it just was the smartest move for me to make, which I honestly recommend that if you have a lot of experience in the sex work community, to make yourself an AVN Stars or an OnlyFans, because honestly, if you have a shit ton of videos and pics lying around, you might as well sell them on OnlyFans. It's awesome. It's awesome to make money on stuff that you've already made money for, right? So that's my bit. That's kind of how my week's been going. But to get to kind of what I wanted to talk about, and this kind of came up just today, and with all of my time in the sex work industry, I have experienced so much drama, and this is kind of, this is my advice segment, is how to deal with drama, how to deal with fucked up shit that happens, how to deal when people backstab in a sense, or like flake out on you. And we see this a lot, especially in like groups. So if you're on OnlyFans, it's likely that you're on Telegram, and there's a lot of groups on there. If you're on Kick, it's likely that you're in Kick groups a lot, and drama happens there. So it happens, I find drama happens whenever there's a large amount of people working together. And I mean, if we take this into a parallel of that this is a business, which it is, we know that in office spaces, drama happens. In high schools, drama happens. In colleges, drama happens. It's because people are around, and we're a bunch of people, and we all have differing opinions because we're people, and this is very normal. And it's normal to disagree with people. That's okay. And Marina and I have really like advocated on this podcast that we're not upset if you disagree with like 75 or even 100% of what we say. What we want to encourage is critical thinking and the ability for people to actually have a disagreement without lashing out. And I had an experience today where I was admin of a group, and there was a moment when somebody in the admin chat said some not nice things about a person that I knew, and I called them out for it, and I ended up being actually removed from the group as an admin. And again, like, whatever, it happens. But one of the admins of there actually reached out, and instead of having like this massive heated discussion, we actually just talked like two adults. And this is rare, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to talk about it, because in the 5 years that I have had selling, I typically don't have people that just want to like sit down, I use in air quotes, but have just a regular conversation about what happened and how to go about and like peacefully resolve things. Usually there's a lot of catfighting and angry talk and, you know, talking smack about each other in other groups and being really vindictive. And if you're one of those people that gets really riled up really easily, and I am definitely one of those people, I have a temper, and I mean, it may not look like it sometimes, but I get pretty pissed off pretty easily, and it's intense when it happens, right? You want to be vindictive to people that have hurt you, right? I've had it multiple times where people have like stabbed me in the back after I've helped them, or you feel like the need to right a wrong, right? And I get that feeling, but ultimately it won't help your business. And I think that's my main thing that I want to talk about, is that when you're invested in drama, when drama's happening, you're not making money. And that's kind of the stance that I've taken on in the past year, because in the past year, so much drama has happened, and I feel like it's just negatively impacted my business, instead of me taking that drama energy that happened and just going, fuck it, don't need it, and then redirecting my anger and righteousness and putting it towards my business. And I've found that I've been more successful with that than just being angry, because it's easy to just sit and stew and be angry. And like, you know what I'm talking about, like when drama's happening and you get that weird like achy like pit in your stomach and your heart starts racing and like shit's happening, and it can be exhilarating, it can be fun, and I get like that side of it, because it's almost like, you know, that there's like those people that are addicted to drama that like start it and everything. I don't get involved with those people anymore, because it's, one, exhausting, two, doesn't better your business, and three, it's not good for your mental health either. So yeah. If you ever come into a time when there's drama that's happening, my advice and what I have started doing is I take 3 deep breaths, and I wait And I kind of let them get everything out of their system. And then when there's like a lull, I'll usually send a message going, look, I'm not upset. I'm not upset with you. I'm not upset with anybody. And I've found that's a really good way of diffusing stuff, especially in a world where we all react so emotionally, to take a step back and take a deep breath and go, this isn't necessary. It's not necessary for me to just fucking give all of this energy back to this person that is obviously just irrationally upset and just acting out an emotion and being vindictive for the sake of being vindictive. Because half the time in these drama-oriented situations, it's because of a miscommunication. And if you are the one that's able to actually communicate clearly, logically, reasonably, you're less likely to have a confrontation. Now, if this person is just going to keep berating you, block them. Block them and move on. Move on, because if it's not bettering your business, why are you staying in it? I have left groups because there's drama. I have blocked people that I had a really good relationship because there was drama. I have cut strings with people. Like, if it's not bettering your business and it's just a hindrance to you, move on. If they're not willing to even have like a rational conversation with you, move on. Move on. And honestly, it's helped my mental health too, because I'm not hanging on to any residual resentment. I go into work with the mindset that this is a job. I'm going to work. That's what I'm doing. If I'm not making money, then something needs to change. And that's it. I'm not there to make friends. And we work in a very personable business where these people can seem like friends, but we've said it multiple times and quoted multiple sex workers that these sellers will sell people out or sell you out for a Klondike bar for a buck. Like, the only person that I've ever actually truly trusted in this business is Marina, and that's because I knew her personally beforehand. And we joke about it and stuff, but money changes people. And that close sex worker friend that you made and are like super buddy with for like the past month, put $100 in between you guys and there could potentially be some sort of issue, right? People are very easily swayed by money. So be careful with that, because I've definitely been swindled because I put my heart on the line thinking that I had a good friendship, and really it was just a professional relationship. And when things didn't go well, I was pretty crushed. But if I just thought about it as a professional relationship, I'd be way less upset, way less crushed, way less heartbroken about it, because these are my coworkers. I go into this, and of course I'm going to make friends. I'm not saying don't make friends. I'm not saying don't be friendly with people. Don't go in this being like a fucking bitch and like assuming the worst of everybody. I'm just saying go into it with the mindset that these people are your coworkers, and you'll be less surprised when shit happens, if drama happens, if something bad happens that, went sideways. That's my advice, and you can take it or leave it, because honestly, it's at the end of the day, this is your business, it's your life. If you want to go around and make really, really close friends with people, go ahead and do it. Like, I have some really close sex worker friends, like, that I've known for a good long while. I'm just saying, also be realistic that this is a business and they're also there to make money. And sometimes people can be selfish. Sometimes people can be entitled. Sometimes people can just be shitty. And it can come from people that you think that you know really well. This is like a super pessimistic episode, and I'm not meaning it that way. I think this is just wise old Aislynn with her 5 years of experience going, be careful out there. It's it's a rough and tumble industry, and I mean, sex work is very competitive in some effort, like in some aspects. We're constantly seeing people's successes. We're constantly comparing each other, and like, I would be ignorant to say that other people's success doesn't drive me forward, because it does. Like, Marina and I constantly keep each other updated and how we're doing, because for me personally, I can only speak for me, that like, you know, when I see her succeed, it makes me want to succeed as well. So it makes me want to push forward. It's just when you don't have like a close relationship with somebody, sometimes that it can be misconstrued into jealousy. And that's where I notice a lot of drama happening. Yeah. So, all in all, I just want to say drama happens. Know how to navigate it. And the best way to do that is to have a calm and collected head and mindset, and to talk rationally. It's actually quite easy to talk somebody down off of the heightened, aggravated ledge, if you aren't heightened and aggravated. It's a lot easier to actually try and have a rational conversation with someone when you yourself are rational. And that's easier said than done. But I believe that if more people took 3 deep breaths before that they sent that angry message, we would have a lot more of a cohesive community in sex work. Yeah, I think that's really all I have to say. This is kind of a short episode. I apologize. A lot of my batteries are running low, unfortunately. It's a bit of a shit show start. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in on my little depressive, quick pep talk to you. Pep talk? Warning talk? I don't know. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter. I'm at Lady Aislynn _ and Marina is my best asset _ and we're also on OnlyFans. My new OnlyFans is onlyfans.com/AislynnDavis, AislynnDavis, and Marina has a new OnlyFans, which is onlyfans.com/its my best asset. Yeah, and please subscribe to our Patreon. We make this stuff for you guys. We've got new content dropped every Friday. The lowest tier is $5. Actually, the lowest tier is $1. But the lowest tier where you get something for it is $5, which is an insanely good price for what you're getting. You're getting constant tutorials on how to better your business. Like, even veteran sex workers could get some use out of it. But there's other stuff for, like, in the later tiers. Like, there's a $10 one, a $20 one, and a $50 one, I think. And like the $10 and $20 one have like funny blooper vids and off-screen stuff that we do. Yeah, I talked a bit about it before, but yeah. So subscribe to our Patreon, support us, because we do this for you guys. I mean, we do it for us as well, but we do it to try and bring awareness to the sex worker community, and we do it to bring community to sex work. So if you enjoy the podcast, if you support what we're doing, please subscribe. Yeah, and again, just want to say thank you to all of our healthcare professionals and essential workers that are out there during this epidemic. We really appreciate you guys, especially since you're risking yourselves, and it's hard, long hours of work, and I want to acknowledge you and the effort that you guys put in there. So thank you, and everyone stay safe, stay busy, and yeah, stay the fuck away from drama. Okay, bye.